soy Ricky de Bilingue Vlogs, and today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to type in Spanish with special characters on your Windows and on your Mac computers. I have started a Facebook group for you guys to talk with each other, and you're going to need to know how to type in Spanish. So you may be copying and pasting. That's a long process, so I want to show you a short way to do this. Even though we don't tend to care so much nowadays, it's still important to know how to do so for official documents and things of that sort. Okay, so the first thing that we do when we get to our computer is we want to make sure that our number lock key is actually on. If your number lock key is off, then this will not work with Windows computers. Obviously, I have a Lenovo, it's a Windows computer. So yeah, we're gonna make sure that it's on. So right now the light is off, that means that it's off. I'm gonna turn it on. That's gonna enable me to use this and be able to get my code across correctly. If not, then it does some pretty funky stuff. The next thing that we need to pay attention to is our keyboard settings. A lot of you guys may not have to change yours because you're not like me. I change everything to Spanish. So as you see here, I have all this stuff in Spanish. My phone is in Spanish. Everything is literally in Spanish. So I was like, oh, let me get a Spanish keyboard. That was the wrong thing to do because it changes the configuration of your keyboard without you knowing what you're going to be pressing. So just make sure that it's the English standard keyboard, and then you're ready to go. So let's say that I want to type in an E with an accent mark, a lowercase e with an accent mark. What I will do is I'll type in the code. So you have to look up the code. Obviously, I'm telling you the code now, so you won't have to really look it up, but it's going to be Alt 130. So that means that I have to hold down the Alt key and then press 130 on my keypad here. And then it'll give me the E there. So it will not work if you try to do it up here with these ones, Alt 130, nothing's happening because these numbers are not associated with the letters there. So just make sure that you're doing that correctly. So now we're going to go through all of the letters, and I'll give you words with these letters so you can see them in action. When we have capital letter with an accent, then we'll use these codes here. So we have Alt 193 for the A with the accent mark. So for example, if I want to do the word árbol and it's a capital A, then I will hold down the Alt 0193 and then type in the rest of the word, árbol. Next, we have the capital E, and the code for that is Alt 201. So we just hold down Alt, type in 0201, and E, for example, in the word éxito. Next, we have the I, for example, the word índice. Let's type in the Alt code, Alt 0205, and then the rest of the word. So you see, it's very simple once you just use it. The hardest part is learning the codes, but if you use them enough, then you get used to it. Óptico for this one. For you, we will use único. For this next one, we don't really have any words that begin with this U, with the diareses above it in the capital sense, but let's just make it capital. So we're gonna use the word guira, which is an instrument used in bachata and merengue. Guira. So the code is 154. Guira. We can do it that way. Actually, make it all capital so it fits. And then we have ñ. The capital ñ works the same way. Alt, and our code is 165. Ñoño is the word that we're going to use for that one. So you see, it's very simple what we're doing here. So I'm not going to go through all of these lowercase ones. You just have to know the codes. So you do have them here. Obviously, you have the question mark there, the upside down question mark, the upside down exclamation point. The last two I want to talk about are these two here on the bottom. And it's the small a and the small o, which will be used when you're talking about a number. But it's like, you know, like how we have numbers like first, second, third, fourth, like things like that. So in Spanish, it would be like segunda, if it's feminine. Tercera, cuarta, things like that. We're just going to type in the actual number, and then we will use the alt code 166 to make it feminine. That means cuarta, which in English is fourth, right? Let's say we want to do it in a masculine sense, then we will put the number 4, type in alt 167, and that just means cuarto, which also means the fourth in a masculine sense. So yeah, those are all the codes that we need to use in Spanish on the Windows computer. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the Mac alt codes, or I think you guys have the option button, so alt/option codes. It's actually a lot easier to use the Mac computers to do Spanish characters. So what we want to do first is we want to hold down the alt or option button and then press E. Then we let go of both of those buttons and then press the letter that we want to accent. So if you want to do an A with an accent, then you would do Alt, E, let go of it, and then press A, and you will get the accent mark with the A there. If you want to do capital letters, then you will do Alt plus E, then let go of those two, and then you'll press Shift and then the capital letter, and then you'll be able to get your capital letter with the accent mark. If you want to do the Ñ, then you will do Alt, N, let go of those, and then press N again, and it will result in the Ñ. If you want the U with the diareses, then you do Alt, U, let go of that, press U again, you get the U with the diareses. And then if you want the upside down exclamation point, you will do Alt, and then press the 1 button, and it'll give you that. And if you want the question mark, the upside down question mark, then you will do Alt, Shift, and then the regular question mark sign, and it'll give you the upside down question mark. So it's very simple, very easy to use. Okay, so now that you guys have learned how to do these special characters, feel free to use them on that Facebook group that I told you about, facebook.com/groups/Bilingue blogs. I just want to see everybody talking there, writing out stuff the correct way now that you know how to do so. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends or family on your social medias, and consider subscribing to the channel. Gracias por ver y nos vemos, mi gente.